If you're a pastor's child, there's a special treatment that the devil and his emissaries have in store for you at all times. The day you cheat is the day everybody gets caught. Everybody's girlfriends. The day you have a girlfriend, you get caught, everybody gets caught, get punished. So even me now, I can look at me from like 4 years ago and to generally understand where my mind was at, which girls I was toasting, and so, oh yeah, talk.
Hey fashionista, welcome to another episode of Beyond Fashion with Comfort and Annie. And today we have our very first male guest in this Beyond Fashion talk. And this is an episode you don't want to miss. And so with me here is
Gottfried more. Gottfried. It doesn't mean like escaping bondage. It's German. It's German for God's peace, right? So God, G-O-T-T is God, and then Fried is peace for German.
So that's the meaning of your name?
Yeah.
Most times when I mention your name, I like fried.
Yeah, most people think that, but it's not fried at all. Okay. No fries here. Zero fries.
That's interesting. Okay, so welcome to Action. This is your first time coming. Please introduce yourself to us.
Hi there, I'm Gottfried Moore from Lagos, Nigeria. I am a content marketer and community manager. I'm just happy to be here, still single for now, I guess, and look forward to talking with the very beautiful Comfort. Yeah.
That's interesting. And then you have a blog. You didn't tell us about your blog.
So this Banter Republic.
You need to be there.
Banter Republic essentially is a blog about everything and nothing in particular. So it's
like I'm confused. Okay, you're talking. I'm trying to get into the character you're talking about in the first paragraph. It's changed. Like, what do you want me to do with that? My first emotion.
So it doesn't really flow in terms of like how you imagine it would. The words are going to grab you and catch you unawares. And essentially my idea is if I can't go and piss off everyone in their homes, I can use my writing to do that as well. So if you're offended, I have achieved my purpose. Thank you very much. There's some heartfelt posts in there. Backstory actually, I started this blog in 2018. I think it's just like an online repository of my thoughts. So even me now, I can look at me from like 4 years ago and to generally understand where my mind was at, which girls I was toasting, and what phase I was in school or with work. I can just read my blog post and say, oh my god, these were simpler times, right? Gala was still 15 naira when I wrote it. It's just good for like nostalgia. And then I believe when I'm 86 years old and my grandchildren are trying to understand what I was like as a young man, you just go there, just read. So it's
how can they find it?
So it's www.banterrepublic.blog, and yeah, feel free to leave me comments, including provocative comments. I love provocative comments as well, so please do that.
How are you generally? How's life? It's not the generic answer of you're fine. And you was speaking with you, always stressed and aggressive. And
yes, so it's an interesting one because like Lagos is a crazy place, as I show. It's busy, it's traffic infected. You can't find love in Lagos generally. Like if you're really trying to live a healthy Christian life, you should move out of Lagos to like Abeokuta or something. You're less likely to make heaven by living in Lagos, frankly speaking. Even when you're done with like evangelistic service and you're driving home, somebody's going to piss you off on the way, and you just drop your salvation on the express. So it's
life in Lagos is crazy.
Yes. Personally, it's been a period of, in many ways, spiritual awakening, I guess. I feel like you just have to get close to God at this point, because like if you don't get close to God, like you're really just like raw dogging life with clear eyes. I think that's why people drink ogogoro. To be fair, it makes sense. I'm serious. Like before, I used to think, why are they drinking these things? But like now, like you have to drink something that's very similar to the way your situation feels. Exactly. So like if you're in Lagos, you want to drink something that tastes like traffic, right? Or like car battery, right? So you have kai, you have gogoro. So I respect it. I don't condone it, but I understand why now. So it does make sense.
Thank you for that. That was a great.
You're welcome.
Pastor's child. You've always been a pastor's child.
Yeah, my dad joined full time in 2005.
2005.
So this is my 20th year anniversary.
Pastor's child. Oh, wow. Okay, so from the outside, most people feel being a pastor's child is kind of glamorous. So when they say, I wish the pastor kid enjoy as far. And so is that the truth? Is that what it is?
So it depends, right? Yeah. So there's a bunch of things that come together to make the experience interesting. First is first, like if you're a pastor's child, you have to understand that there's a special treatment that the devil and his emissaries have in store for you at all times.
As a pastor's child.
Yes, like I give you a quote that works very well. If you're a pastor's child, this is the quote for you. Others may, you cannot. Right? So what that means is that everybody's cheating the exam. The day you cheat is the day everybody gets caught. That's just how it works. Like there's no sugarcoating. Everybody's girlfriends. The day you have a girlfriend, you get caught, everybody gets caught. They drag everybody to the altar or wherever or get punished. So it's just the vibe. So the vibe is that there is so much overwhelming positive, knowing fully well that you have two parents who are grounded in the scriptures, and there's a covering of the blood all around you, and obviously you're also converting the prayer of the saints. That being said, it's not as glamorous as people think, because people think of being a pastor's child from the public view, right? Which on the surface, when it comes to taking pictures or eating big pieces of chicken, is great. But like when tragedy strikes, and obviously I'm not trying to be a downer here, but like when you have your dad wake up to someone like a young child who has been ill or has died, and where the church is in mourning essentially, and you feel everything more than the average person because you're really deeply connected to the inner workings of the church, then you realize, and then it's really more of just giving and giving. You go long periods with your parents as well, so it's a mixed bag. There are the good sides, which is you're grounded obviously in the scriptures, you learn how to pray very well, you in many ways also get to know Christianity for yourself, and there's something I like to call the basis for your belief. Something that was affecting my brother at the time, so we're about maybe 8 or thereabouts, and he had something called Tenial mascaris.
Oh wow.
And
what's that?
It's like a worm infection, like on the ground, and it's rolling. And like at this time, I wouldn't say that I really was that close to God as well. It was just like touch and go type of relationship. I used to pray obviously before eating and whatnot, and then sitting there, I really want to play with my brother because I'm like, I see, like let's have fun, let's play. And then he's really suffering, he's groaning, he's crying, everybody's super concerned. And just closed my eyes, I was like, God, like, how far? And then to show or to prove, I also asked him as well that I didn't want him to get healed gradually, because if he did get healed gradually, then I would really believe per se. But I was like, I let it just be like instant as I'm talking right now. And I just opened my eye after praying. My brother just sat up, and that was it. And so for me, every other prayer I've prayed since then, which has really been, like life focused prayer, has stemmed from that very first encounter as well, which I was super well. So it wasn't so much, this is what my parents believe. My parents give you that luxury to be like, why do you believe? For you, because it's super crucial. Because like if you don't know why, you just wake up one day randomly and you won't believe anything anymore. And it might take you a while because you
to get back
to find out like what you believe.
Because all this while you were believing, maybe you were born in
it was just like
Christianity, and my parents are this, so I should be this.
Exactly.
Oh,
but why do you believe? Because I'm actually interested.
I can say I have so many of those kind of testimonies. I think mine would be the one I'll share now. There was this period I was sick. I was really sick, and as at then, when I was much younger, I hardly get sick. So this particular one,
very durable.
So when I get sick, it's serious for me not to eat, for me to lie down and not go play. For me to lie down, for me not to talk. You should know that it's something serious. So now they give you herbs and all those stuff.
Hospital is too far.
This is that it's bitter, and especially I'm really scared of this. The part where the boy water and then cover you. Oh my God.
I don't like that.
Jesus. I was trying to avoid that, but eventually I still didn't get better. So that very day, my aunt was like, you're not feeling well, you've been taking all these things and you're not getting better. But you people are praying. My uncle is a pastor, so why should my own prayer matter at that point? She just told, there was the way she spoke to me, but then
God bless this aunt. What's her name? Give her a shout out as well.
Auntie Alice.
Auntie Alice. We love you.
She told me that day, and it was raining. She said, God told her to do something for me, but it has to come from my own belief right now. So she just took me outside and fetched directly rainwater and gave me to drink. No, she just prayed. Like said I should pray my own prayer. I did pray. I was like, okay, let me just
pray. Hollywood story.
But then when I prayed, I didn't pray like, let me just pray. The prayer was short, but then I think I did believe. So and I drank the water. Nothing happened again. So after drinking the water, she bathed me under the rain with the rainwater. So after that, she told me to go and sleep.
She's lucky it was not around this time. So I arrested her.
So I went to bed and I woke up. I had not eaten for days. When I woke up, like, I want chop.
Praise Master Jesus. I wish I had a better story. This is your story.
It's not a competition.
It's rivalry.
So most of us, especially those of us in our own church, we were born into the church and we just be okay, since we are here, we should be here. So we don't even have any good reason why we are there.
Dear listener, what is the basis for your belief? You need to find out.
You just need to, because most of us, I didn't even know that was the basis until you asked.
So the altar is open.
But I enjoy being a pastor's kid, like your younger self.
I enjoy even till now. Like, I feel like I'm a bit biased, but like it's just because Emmanuel and Felicia are so great. I was raised by really fantastic people. I think first step in parenting, I guess, which is super crucial, is admitting your mistakes as well to your children, and also like opening up a forum. So we used to have like parliamentary sessions where everyone's going to sit down. It's like, what have we been the last 6 months? What have I done that you don't like? And you're like, I don't like daddy. I don't like when you scream at me. I don't like when you do this, like do that. And my parents take inventory as well. So it's not just like having those meetings. The review session, everybody says what every other person is doing great. And then we balance it out by also saying what it is that we do great and what the person to continue doing. So everybody gets constructive criticism and feedback. Everybody also gets like praise for the good work they actually do. Then we take this feedback, we turn it into like actionable next steps.
To be the good child.
I'll give you an example. I remember I just compared with my dad that he was beating us too much, right? And my mom was away. There was this occasion, and my dad was going to beat me. I had done something. To be fair, I had committed a crime. I think we're playing ball with my brother. I'm playing ball. Playing oranges, guys. Oranges. Playing orange in the parlor. And my brother, pretty soon. So he threw the orange at me, right? And I volleyed it, right? So I volleyed the orange. Pretty stand in front of the TV, right? He ducked.
So he was supposed to stand.
Why would
he was supposed to stand for it to hit
you? And allow the orange to hit you versus TV. So he ducks, orange flies straight. It misses the TV narrowly, but smashes into the louvers behind. And my dad just comes from the curtain, just opens the curtain, just looks at me and my brother. At the time, my mom was made you great. So I borrowed my sister's phone and I went to the bathroom. I called my mom. She's like, see, normally. I know. Because my house, like my dad wasn't just, he just beat for beating's sake, which some parents do as well. So my house, like you have system. If you steal, 6 strokes. There is no begging. There is no 6 strokes.
There's no random slapping.
No. My dad is just stuff like that. It's like he'll open scriptures, read the Bible, tell you hopefully if he has a life. You understand? Go through the reading some subsequent verses of scripture.
And then you're already judging yourself by yourself.
So you lie, and then if you steal and then you lie, it's like 6. Do you understand? So it's now 12. So like you can just go on a really bad run of stealing, lying, and then do some other stuff, and then next thing you're on 24.
Oh wow!
So my dad can ask you like, can you take the 24 now, I'm already 24.
Yeah, your parents are nice.
It's like upset.
Parents are nice.
Honestly, parents are super upset. They can like go ham, right? But then you understand why.
Okay.
I feel like if more parents just explain to their children like this is why I'm disciplining you, so you know why it's happening, right?
Okay.
And you know that what you've done is wrong. So as I'm back when I called my mom, like, see, I know
I've done wrong,
that I'm supposed to be flogged, right? But like, I choose like the way I woke up today, I don't feel up for anything right now. So like, please just intervene. So my mom calls my dad. It's like, see, he's sorry, right? And then also we had this whole system of break and pay, which is very bad because like if you have glass sets, let's say you have glass cups, you have 6 cups. It's best that breaks the last cup.
That will pay. Oh my!
You buy the whole China. And my parents are not wicked as well. Like they understand that you can't pay for it immediately. So they will spread the cost of the item over like a 4-month period. So when you're going to school, everybody gets 50 naira, you get 20. So they don't always be hungry as well. So you get 20. So they'll take your 30. And it's properly calculated. That 30 will be amortized over the duration of time.
Wow.
Till you bought the item back. And then when it's brought back, everybody comes to the parlor, it's announced, brings out China, every pack for you. It's done well. So I think it's super functional because there are a lot of things parents don't do as well. Like take for granted, some parents don't do morning prayer with children. Right? Don't be hypocritical about it. Some parents wake children up, say go pray, and they go back to bed. It doesn't make any sense. Don't be doing exactly. You have to be there in the trenches with your children, go through stuff with them. Everybody suffering with math, be there with them. Girls are just starting their periods, be there with them. Don't make it weird. Parents don't man be your daughter telling you she has a crush. Don't be weird. Be normal.
You tell you have a crush. You gotta look for the crush. I like disgrace the child.
Like how dare you come to my house? Disgrace your children's friends. Next thing you're telling your children to go and marry these same friends. The children are like, but this is your fault, right? So functionally, it was fun. It is fun. I'm still a pastor's child. So, and then advice for like younger pastor's children. I know like a lot of it currently can be super confusing, and a lot of things might be unexplainable now. And it's just something I would just appreciate with age. I see more and more people come out to say, "Oh my God, I didn't know this is why he was doing what he was doing." So like by default, whenever your parents piss you off, I'm looking at you now. Whenever your parents piss you off, just tell yourself this: they mean well, right? They mean well. Just say they mean well. And if you have that back of your mind, you'll be able to understand or at least manage the situation better. But if you start to think these guys are wicked, and you'll be like one of my friends' mother pieces out, like she just pack her bag and she's going.
She'll still come back.
I guarantee her not come back. I'm serious. I tell young children, don't pack if you're not going to stay. If you pack and leave, be going.
Don't
Do you know how long they'll tease you about that story if you come back?
Come back. Did you pack?
I never packed. Objectively, I knew there's no way I was going to. Like, there was no confidence. Why pack? Why waste everybody's time? The worst part is that if you park in my house, nobody will look for you because we know you're coming back. Come on. Where are you going to eat pressure cooked fried white rice from? You'll be back. All right.
So still on the being the pastor's child, I stayed with my uncle. My uncle was a pastor. So I was a teenager. You know, teenagers, you are trying to more like find yourself. So now there are things you want to do. They are not, wouldn't say they are bad, but just because you are a pastor's child, because my uncle was a pastor, so I automatically became a pastor's child. So there's a way you walk, there's why you walk, you know, people are looking at you, the way you dress. The dressing is not looking bad, but then you have to represent. You come to church, you want to discuss with your friends, you cannot because you have to live an exemplary life. So how did you go through that, or you just lived your life like I don't care, I'm going to do what I want to do?
So I think exemplary life, I think anybody should be really striving to live an exemplary life, to be fair. I feel like there's just some things that happen that just sort of just make some dreams impossible. I am a very fantastic footballer. In my prime, I used to be known as the great Yaya Toure and Paul Pogba as well. But like functionally, there was no way I was going to really get any support into a football career, and I knew that as well. But like, it's not something I really pin on being a pastor's child. I just think it's like one of those things that just happens to you when you're in some spaces culturally. You don't just end up, as a footballer or
this is not going to work.
yeah, like or as a DJ as well. Because I like music. I like electronic dance music as well.
Do you have Christian DJs?
There are actually. There's a Pope that's a DJ now. Like if you look that up, there's a DJ. There's a Pope that's a DJ. Not Pope, a priest. Sorry, a priest as a DJ. But like I just know that functionally, like these few careers that at the time, given current exposure that we had. I mean, this is coming from like periods where there's some other careers which are now like super prevalent now that were just like no areas.
If I had known for real.
But as for doing things, I guess it was just more like the parenting style was I trust you.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And I trust you to make the right choices.
Okay. And so more like it wasn't imposed on you.
So essentially the responsibility transferred back to you. So you would just not do because you're like, oh my God, there's a lot riding on this trust, right? So and then if you did go, like I feel like it's also something where you think about situations you find yourself, like you're in a party, yeah. If people don't at the very least reference your presence, like, oh, comfort's around, guys. Okay. Let's stop the fooling, right? Because comfort's around. People used to see that as a problem. I used to love it. Because this means that in some way, in my very, very little way, I am recognized as a Christian, which is a good
you're
thing,
living
frankly.
the life.
Exactly. So people are like, yeah, don't smoke that here. Like, oh, hide the drinks, or oh, don't do that.
Ibuka is here.
He's around, right? But like at the same time, obviously, you can't just run amok, because even obviously back in the Bible times, the children were to support the parents' ministry inherently, right? Jesus supported his parents, the disciples as well. So like you have to sort of live circumspectly, not as a hypocrite, right? Which is super, super crucial, because like if you have done a bit of a hypocritical thing, I feel sorry for you, feel sorry for your parents as well.
I think that happens mostly when the parents they're like strict, so they don't want you to more like be your true self. So you have to live a double life. So at home and around the church, you're living the life your parents want you to live.
So for that is super crucial to understand. Think of the example of Saul on the way to Damascus. If your dad got saved originally, like a voice came from heaven, he became blind. His attitude to you, if you try to stray away, will be very different because his conversion was a bit dramatic. Some people's parents have seen things like if your father's coming from an occult background, I think you should empathize with him. If your dad is coming from, he was a former armed robber, or he was a smoker, or he was a drinker.
He's scared. Exactly. He doesn't want you to tell that part.
So it's more like love, but like it's just misguided, right?
Or
like,
they don't know better.
Yeah, and this is all they know. This is how they know. This is what they know. This is how they were brought up. It's scare tactics. And I think I'll credit, interestingly now, somewhere that many people don't like because of his 7G agenda. Chris Oyakhilome, right? He made a lot of people switch from thinking about their love for God as opposed to being for fear of hell, right? So now more like, why don't you love God? Because
you need to love Him.
You get like, why not for the relationship?
I saw a quote where someone said, you're being kind or you're living the right way just because you're scared of going to hell. So that means you're saying if we remove the hell, you'll be a nasty person.
Yeah, so not for fear of hell, but like just more because you want to be a decent human being.
Okay, so, but most people don't live. You have to more like you're just living a good life. You're doing everything right. You don't tell lies. You don't party. You don't smoke. You don't. You just live. But there you have to salvation.
So it's an interesting one actually, because like functionally, there's a perceptual bias. If you are a recluse, if you're quiet, if you're unassuming, general assumption is that you're a good person. There's one quiet person looking at me as I'm filming these videos. These guys are some of the most dangerous human beings ever. So it's something to be super, super careful about.
About quiet people.
Yeah, so it's not so much become timid to demonstrate that you are a Christian. It's more about discovering how to live with yourself. Right, like with your personality, like not shrinking your personality. I'm super big on don't shrink your personality, be who you're supposed to be. Yes, obviously, it might need fine tuning.
Okay,
Right?
okay. So for I don't know. I think based on the people I've interacted with,
Yeah.
so they feel you're not a quiet person when you post so much online. It doesn't matter what you're posting.
That's again.
It doesn't matter what you're posting.
Again.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example.
Please do.
So if you listen to secular music in general, right, you can argue that this is not a true reflection of your beliefs and whatnot. But then it's like out of the abundance of the heart. Why are you drawn to these things?
Okay.
So if you do post a lot, if you want to prove, not to your doubters now,
okay,
but to yourself, I can do without.
Without posting?
Yeah, you can take a hiatus.
No. I'm not exactly what we are talking about. Yeah. So you're saying, okay, this is what I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
I enjoy posting.
Yeah.
What I post doesn't harm anyone in any way.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I want to prove to you that I'm actually a quiet person, I can stay without posting. So that means I'm depriving myself of what makes me happy just to please.
So it's a mixed bag, as I mentioned. Okay. It's a mixed bag. So it's like, on the one hand, it's like phone, like addiction, right?
Okay.
I say, are you addicted to your phone? You say no.
No.
I say, prove to yourself. I don't need to monitor you. Okay. Prove to yourself you're not addicted to your phone. And then again, with posting and with living your life in general, I'm of the opinion that you should live a life where a random gate man can walk up to you and say, sir, yesterday I greeted you good morning, you didn't respond. It means you're accessible. Okay. It means you're approachable. And it means you can also be corrected.
Okay.
If you're living in a way that essentially people are scared to approach you, to talk to you because they fear some imaginary backlash, then I feel like that's a bit of a challenge. So like accountability is super crucial.
More like you have someone in mind, but let's go.
Accountability is super crucial.
Okay.
And I think that's what happens to me. I'll give you an example. Like a man turns 55. His dad has died, his mom has died, he's living with his wife. He just wakes up and looks at her like, I don't really like this woman anymore.
Okay.
Now genuinely, if you try to do it at 30 to try to get another wife, there will be resistance from her side, from his own parents. Kind of like, what sort of influence is this my dear son? But now, when those influences aren't there anymore, he now has to actually look to his own peers to serve as this accountability metric in his life. And if he doesn't have that, he will run amok. And we will all cheer and be beating the drum for him for as far as he goes. So I think super crucial. You should be able, by yourself, no matter how popular you are, no matter how much money you have, to bring yourself under some sort of scrutiny at the very least. So if somebody says, I saw this post,
you shouldn't.
I think it rubs off the wrong way. So it's not so much go and delete. Those go and delete guys. I'm
exactly. So more like you don't even need to tell the person go and delete this. You're not even talking about like, okay, I want you to. I think what you did. Just say, okay, this post you.
No, if it's go and delete, I can understand.
I think that's why most people don't want to like. Okay, why did you even come to me in the first place? Like, what thing give you that?
No, I do appreciate an approach, right? I don't mind an approach. So it's not so much. It's
not like, in that go delete kind of.
Yeah, just see what you see, and to be fair, right? You know, is it expedient? Is it a good report? Blah blah blah. All of that. Like, so if there's a chance, a 20% chance that this thing I posted isn't great, right? If I can do without it as well, why not? Right? Like I'm not infallible, right? You have to, in some way, take criticism, take feedback, take it on the chin. Even the ones that are not properly structured, right? Like away from, like, there's one thing I do as well. So I will block you, but I will read the message. Do you understand? But for blocking
but then you will not see the repentance. More like
they won't see I will take inventory. I might take inventory that day. I'll take inventory eventually. But like, I won't talk to you about it. Like, because the way you have approached me, we'll have had a conversation going as to even future discussions
and then
around
for
that
you
subject
to even
matter.
know why I made
but now I have to take this inventory and go elsewhere to somewhere where I am loved to have that conversation.
To home, take it home.
Yeah.
I get. Okay, so what activities you want us to know about you that you feel we don't know already?
One, I'm a hopeless romantic. I like love stories.
That guy is single.
So
are you?
One.
That guy is single.
Two.
Okay.
I love infants a lot. I'm very handy with children as well. So bring your
You're going to
children
be
to
a
me.
great dad and a great pastor.
I don't want to talk about the pastor. 3.
Okay.
I love to bake without actually baking. So the idea of baking
more
is,
like you're eating.
I'm right there when the baking is happening.
Can you imagine?
The entire
Can you imagine?
presentation.
Without touching anything. So do you have a final word for your audience? Not just pastors, kids now, everyone. No.
Yeah, so I think for aspiring pastors, I want you to understand that
Pastor?
the call to pastorhood is servitude, right? So if you're not ready to be a servant, then please don't be a pastor. And if you're currently a pastor's child, a lot of things will make sense now. It will all make sense eventually. But I think more crucially, you just need to find out like why your parents believe, and also find out the basis for your belief as well.
Okay.
And in case you are currently running amok, I want you to understand that you're a covenanted child. You were laid on the altar and prayers were said over your head. No matter where you run to, God of your parents continue to chase you. So I feel like you should just turn around and just embrace the God earlier to just avoid stories that touch.
And pray for God to give you and your parents the grace to manage His peace.
For young ones as well, you know, Christianity is super crucial. I think you just
and it's sweet.
You just live a stress-free life. The earlier you embrace, don't wait till you're blind and you cannot see before you embrace Jesus Christ. And I think for me, lastly as well, Comfort is looking absolutely amazing. If you're not fully aware, she is one of the best tailors in our group. What's the brand name again?
We on break. Cherry Stitches.
Cherry Stitches. Okay,
we are coming back actually.
They'll be back soon. And as you can see, she's looking delectable. No, we did not plan to match colors. This just happened by the leading of the spirits.
It was an amazing time with Chukwebuka here, and please don't forget to subscribe, share this video. Like, I know you would find this interesting, and if you want to see him again, please let us know.
Comment.
And also, if you want to be a guest here, just email us on comfortnani7@gmail.com or send us a message on Instagram, comfortnani.
Lastly, we need to work on finding a husband for Comfort so that she will be the second male. The second male guest on the show. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are, whatever time zone you are.
Thank you so much, and until we come your way again, please stay fashionable, stay stylish. If you can say
bye, my 40+ pose. No kisses for you.